If you are asking questions about GLP-1 medications like, should I be on a GLP-1 for chronic pain? How can I prevent GLP-1 side effects? What happens when I stop a GLP-1? Or how can I increase my GLP-1 hormone naturally? You're in the right place. In this episode, I will break down the benefits, warnings, and side effects of GLP-1 medications. I will also share how you can increase your GLP-1 naturally without costly synthetic drugs and harsh side effects to lose weight, balance blood sugar, and find relief from chronic pain naturally. You don't want to miss this episode, so grab a pen and paper and let's dive into GLP-1s. Have you tried everything to eliminate autoimmune symptoms like joint pain and digestion issues without relief? Are you struggling to keep up with the demands of life due to chronic fatigue? Does chronic pain keep you from doing the things you love in life? If you are feeling defeated and hopeless, you are not alone. I am Ashley Cavolo, a busy working mom who once struggled with debilitating autoimmune symptoms. I too felt like giving up after trying every possible solution without relief from symptoms like joint pain and stiffness, painful digestion issues, relentless chronic fatigue, and embarrassing brain fog, until it was time to stop allowing the pain to control my life. I dove into the root cause of autoimmune diseases and was shocked to find the answer is not found in endless doctor visits, harsh medications, expensive supplements, or strict food lists. The secret to healing autoimmune symptoms is found within the specific habits that reduce inflammation and heal symptoms quickly and naturally. I applied what I learned and found relief from my symptoms in a matter of weeks. 7 years later, I am living a pain-free life free of autoimmune symptoms. I turned this discovery into a self-paced program called the Autoimmune Reboot, where I share my secrets and my step-by-step process to help you heal your symptoms quickly so you can live a pain-free life. This podcast is for you if you are ready to eliminate joint pain so you can jump out of bed every morning pain-free. Heal and maintain a healthy gut so you can enjoy your favorite foods again without that uncomfortable bloat. Go from no energy and endless coffee breaks to an abundance of natural energy and stamina to tackle the day. Eliminate uncomfortable autoimmune symptoms such as bloating, brain fog, constipation, diarrhea, digestion pain, inflammation, joint stiffness, skin rashes, and many more. Living a pain-free life is easier and closer than you think. I can't wait to show you what I discovered. Refresh your coffee and let's dive in. There is no question GLP-1 medications are the new craze. They are marketed as a magic weight loss drug that can reduce chronic pain and manage chronic disease. Results are fast and drastic, making GLP-1 medications tempting to consumers and highly profitable for drug companies. While there are incredible health benefits, there is a lot to consider when it comes to GLP-1 medications. Today, we are unpacking what GLP-1s are, their benefits, the harsh side effects you need to be aware of, and I'm also sharing surprising natural ways you can increase your GLP-1 hormone without relying on synthetic drugs to prevent harsh and serious side effects. GLP-1 is a hormone produced naturally in the body. It is responsible for balancing blood sugar, hunger cues, and it also supports T cells, the fighter cells in the body that help to manage the immune response by fighting off inflammation, chronic disease, and viruses. This hormone can be increased with a synthetic medication created in a lab, which can be costly and result in both positive and negative side effects. It can also be increased naturally by shifting lifestyle habits without the risk of harsh side effects or draining your wallet. We will get into all of that later in this episode. The benefits of increasing GLP-1s are the same, if not similar, when choosing between medications and naturally increasing this hormone. Some of the most common benefits of increasing GLP-1 hormones are weight loss, reduced inflammation, less chronic pain, balanced blood sugar, and a stronger immune response. Many people find GLP-1 medications speed up their results, which is enticing for those who have struggled with weight loss or chronic disease for years. Changes with hunger cues can be felt in a matter of weeks for many, and within 6 months to a year, many people reach their desired results and can begin to maintain their results. Surprisingly, you can also reach the same desired results by increasing GLP-1 naturally within the same timeline. The difference is focusing on specific lifestyle shifts that naturally increase GLP-1 hormone within the body rather than relying on a medication. The key difference here is you are increasing your natural GLP-1 hormone rather than using a synthetic medication created in a lab. This means you are in control of your health rather than putting your health into the control of the medication. While the benefits of GLP-1 medications are enticing, there are detrimental side effects that can be irreversible. The purpose of this episode is not to focus on these issues, but it is important to mention them. Some of the most serious side effects are organ damage, gallbladder issues, bowel obstruction, decreased bone density, nutrient absorption issues, pancreatitis, thyroid issues, stomach paralysis, and blindness, to name a few. Some of the most common side effects are skin rashes, muscle loss, low blood sugar, nausea, vomiting, gut imbalance, heartburn, acid reflux, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, migraines, chronic fatigue, and many more. One issue of great concern is muscle loss. Muscle loss is one of the most common side effects of weight loss on a GLP-1. When you lose weight, muscle loss makes up to 20 to 40% of your total weight loss. Muscle loss also happens to be one of the greatest risk factors as you age. Your muscles determine your rate of mobility, they increase your lifespan, they prevent serious injury, and determine your overall well-being. Naturally progressing muscle loss as you age, also known as sarcopenia, increases 2 to 3% each year, and you will lose up to 40% of your muscle mass when you reach the age of 70. However, muscle loss speeds up drastically while on a GLP-1 medication, accelerating that 40% muscle loss in just a year. This is a major concern and without question requires the implementation of strength training in order to maintain muscle mass. When on a GLP-1, it is non-negotiable that you are implementing certain lifestyle changes that support gut health, immunity, nutrition, and strength training. If your doctor is not discussing any of these with you, find one who will, or find someone who is willing to support and guide you through these changes. GLP-1 medications provide beneficial results while you're on them. However, the bigger issue is what happens when you stop taking them. Let's say you decide you no longer want to be on the medication, or imagine there is a supply issue or a drastic cost increase. Once you stop taking a GLP-1 medication, your body will revert back to the way it was before the medication. The only way to avoid this is to do the hard work to follow the very specific lifestyle habits that support GLP-1 production naturally when you are taking the medication. Otherwise, you will find yourself back to square one once you stop the meds. And the reason is simple. GLP-1 medications do not heal the body, they manage it. GLP-1 medications manipulate communications within the body like switches on a switchboard, turning on and off hunger cues and hormone production. And as soon as you stop the medications, it's like firing the switchboard controller and the manipulation stops. That is when weight comes back on, inflammation creeps back in, and blood sugar is no longer controlled. In addition, it is common to walk away with a severe gut imbalance, acid reflux, painful digestion issues, muscle and bone loss, all of which can take months to fix. And when you visit your doctor, they won't tell you you can increase your GLP-1 hormone naturally and reach the same results in the same amount of time without painful side effects and expensive medications. You can lose weight, reduce inflammation, find relief from chronic pain, heal chronic disease, balance your gut, and more with strategic habits that focus on gut, digestion, immune health, lifestyle habits, and a few secret strategies to boost your GLP-1 hormone naturally. Ultimately, you have the power to decide what is best for you and your health, Aside from cost and insurance coverage, knowing which path is best requires you to be honest with yourself. And there are a few questions you can ask yourself to get there. Are you willing to shift lifestyle habits and put in the hard work to support your health while on the medication rather than just relying on GLP-1 medications alone? This will include ensuring every meal is balanced and incorporating strength training into your day. Will your habits continue to support your health once you stop the GLP-1 medication? In other words, if the medication stops suddenly, would your habits alone support natural GLP-1 production within your body? Are the side effects of the medication worth the risks to you? Could you dedicate 1 year of your life to following the simple lifestyle habits that increase GLP-1 naturally without medications? So, if you are ready to learn how to increase GLP-1 production naturally to lose weight, reduce inflammation, and heal chronic pain, you are in the right place. I teach you the exact steps inside my program, the Autoimmune Reboot. You can rely on medications to manage your symptoms, or you can learn the exact steps to heal your body from the inside out so you can take back control of your health. Click the link in the show notes to start healing today. To the busy woman juggling it all, don't let your autoimmune disease hold you back from enjoying your life. Your path to an energized, pain-free life starts here with the Autoimmune Reboot, a 6-month virtual coaching program for women who are ready to take control of their health and life. In 6 months, you will learn to heal chronic pain, get your strength back, look like you in the mirror again, and never have to reach for that 3 p.m. espresso. Don't let your autoimmune symptoms get in the way of the important moments in your life. The doors are open. Don't waste another day in pain. Click the link in the show notes to claim your seat today. I hope this podcast has helped you in your autoimmune journey. If you find value and inspiration in this episode, please leave a 5-star rating and review and share the episode with a friend. When you do, you are helping this podcast reach people around the world who are ready to live a pain-free life. The information and opinions shared in this podcast are for educational and informational purposes only. The content within this podcast is not a substitute for professional care. Always seek the advice of a physician or medical professional to answer health-related questions. Implementing the advice shared on this podcast should be done at your own risk. Actions taken by listeners as a result of the content shared on this podcast is not the responsibility of the host or creator. This podcast does not endorse and is not affiliated with treatments or products mentioned in this podcast unless otherwise specified. Products or treatments shared in this podcast are for informational purposes only. Always seek the advice of a medical professional for answers to product or treatment questions. All content, including but not limited to text, graphics, logos, and material shared under the Autoimmune Reboot podcast, is protected by copyright and all applicable laws. Any kind of unauthorized distribution or use of this content is strictly prohibited and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Listening to this podcast is acknowledging your agreement with these terms.